Turn 4, 2/7/7s with trample. Good game, sir.
In the depths of my mind, a demonic cackle. Joker's grin, mocking me, ready for battle. Chasing reality.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Andrew, aka the Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Studios, and we are back with another episode of Magic the Gathering Arena. So I'm finishing up this this starter deck here. I started off with the green-white tokens deck, or the green-white counters deck. Let's take a look at the list. There we go. Here we are. We got I wouldn't say it's a competitive build. I wouldn't say it's a tier 1 build. It's not even close, man. I got up to gold with it in ranked standard. I'm this close to plat. I'm literally, I'm like 3 wins away from plat. But anyways, with this deck, I've been having a lot of fun with it. So, I mean, it's a simple green-white weenie deck, basically. You put counters on your small creatures and make them really big. We opened up Railway Brawler in the limited, or in some pack openings today, and he'll go really good in this deck. He's a 5-cost green creature with reach and trample. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is its power. So it also has Plot 3 Mythic from the new set. Really good with Gold Vein Hydra. Where's Gold Vein Hydra? Gold Vein Hydra, Vigilance, Trample, Haste, 1 green plus X. X can be paid with any amount of mana you want. Gold Vein Hydra enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. When Gold Vein Hydra dies, create a number of tapped treasure tokens equal to its power. Another mythic that we opened today. Going to be our finisher. Gold Vein Hydra is going to be our finisher, our late game finisher, our mid game finisher, and he can go out as a 2/2 or a 3/3 if we have nothing better to do, or an early game as well, to give us a little bit of a curve. But the Botanical Brawler is the all-star in this deck. The Botanical Brawler is the 1 green and 1 white. He is literally tier 1. If we could figure out a way to make Ozilisk, the Shattered Spire, which is like the card that this deck is built around, even though it's just a 1 of in this deck, I probably wouldn't run any more than 2 of it, because honestly, it's sometimes we don't even put it in play anyways. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. So it basically puts all of the counters you were going to put on it plus another one. And you can tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on target artifact or creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. The problem with Ozilith, the Shattered Spire, a lot of people have tried to make this tier 1. It costs too much. I know it's crazy, but it costs too much. It's too slow. The fact that it can only be activated as a sorcery, and the fact that it's 2 costs, meaning you waste your second turn in a white weenie deck putting out an artifact that does absolutely nothing for 2 turns, because on the next turn you're going to have to put out a creature, or you're going to have to Ozilith what you already put on the board, which is probably a Bond Warden or something like that. It's really not that good. But in casual play against less non-tier 1 decks, this deck may as well be the tier 1 of non-tier 1 decks. It's really good. It's really strong. We got another win condition we have is Storm the Seed Core. We're going to build up our army, and we're going to put 4 +1/+1 counters on up to 4 target creatures we control, and then they gain Vigilance and Trample until end of turn. So that's the basic premise. I also just threw in an Ancient Imperiosaur as our extra finisher as well. So a 7 cost 6/6 with Trample and Ward 2. Ancient Imperiosaur enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it for each creature that invoked it. So Convoke, we can tap creatures to pay for the mana cost of the creature and then put multiple +1/+1 counters on it. This has great synergy with Orium, Beastcaller, Timberling, Guide, Botanical Brawler. They all have synergy with each other. Bond Warden is crazy in this deck. We're only running 19, 20 lands. I'd like to get in at least 3 Razor Verge Thickets just because I've run the build with tap lands and it's just too slow. So we're only running 2 colors and we only ever need 2 green, but we don't need 2 green until like turn 5 or turn 6 at the very earliest. So we can hack just going with forests and plains. I've run 20 lands. Our highest thing is 5 costing. If we want to cheat in our Imperiosaur, we can usually get it in for 5 or 4 anyways. Sometimes even less. And then the Clay Champion is going to cost 4 at the very least, and he still does good things when he comes in for 4. So a little tech that I changed from the starter deck is I did throw in a Trosani 3 Whispers. I've tried some other legendary creatures in this build. They just don't seem to work, but Trosani doesn't really have a whole lot of synergy with the rest of the build. But honestly, this is one of the best 3-cost legendary creatures for an aggro build that I've ever seen in white-green. It's a 4/4 for 3 mana. You're casting it for colored mana because this thing is crazy. If it stays on the battlefield, target creature gains double strike until end of turn, target creature gains vigilance until end of turn, and target creature gains death touch until end of turn. And this can be activated as an instant. And yeah, it can really turn the tide to get that out there at any point in the battle. We're not running a whole lot else. Let's see here. I did throw in a Sandstorm Salvager today. I'm not sure that I want to keep that in though. I misread the card. I thought it was put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, but it's actually only put a +1/+1 counter on the Golem. We don't have any other tokens in the deck, so if they kill the Golem, the Sandstorm Salvager is doing absolutely nothing except just being a 1/1. But if it does stay alive, the Golem will have a big trampler, and we also have another engine besides Ozolith that's actually a creature, putting counters on our things, making our Botanical Brawlers bigger, our Dusk Legion Duelists bigger. Yeah. We also have Siege Veteran, and if I could, I would play a full play set of Ornery Tumblewags in this build. I'll probably take out the Trostani 3 Whispers, as good as it is, and a Sandstorm Salvager, and probably the Ancient Impersonator, if I'm being serious, for 4 copies of Ornery Tumblewag in this build. Saddle is my favorite mechanic ever to come out. I love Saddle, I love Crime, but saddling just does it for me, dude. When you saddle this creature, at the beginning of your combat, you put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. That just happens every turn. When Ornery Tumblewag attacks while saddled, so to saddle it, you tap a creature with power 2. It has saddle 2. You tap a creature with power 2 to saddle this creature. And when it attacks, you double the number of +1/+1 counters on target creature. So let's say, for example, that we've got a Bond Warden out there with a Botanical Brawler and a Curion Beastcaller, just for, or let's say the best case scenario, Dusk Legion Duelist, Botanical Brawler, Enduring Bond Warden. So what we go ahead and do then is we'll give the counter to the Dusk Legion Duelist, tap the Bond Warden to saddle the Ornery Tumblewag, attack with it, double the counters on the Bond Warden, and then making the Botanical Brawler into like a 10-10 or a 12-12 by like turn 5. I've seen it happen. Let's go into the sideboard. I am running a couple of recruitment officers just for when we're on the draw. In some matchups, it's better to have turn 1 drops than it is to have like a bunch of 3 drops. 1 copy of Titiana's Command, 1 copy of Conduit of Worlds. Why did I put this in here? For control matchups, because if they're killing a lot of stuff, you know what, that doesn't even work. If we're in a control matchup and we've gotten to Conduit of Worlds, we're probably losing the game. But it could work. I don't know. Most of what you see coming in is Requisition Raid, which is a really good sorcery. Not on my watch. Ossification. And that's really it. Fierce Retribution is all I've really been using out of the sideboard. So I do have to work on the sideboard. But that's really the only changes I'd make to the main board, is just get a full play set of Ornery Tumblewags in there and add in maybe 1 more Ozolith Shattered Spires. But yeah, we have 1 main deck Requisition Raid, 4 Bushwhacks to thin out. That's why we can run 20 lands and no dual lands, because we have the turn 1 Bushwhack, or we could start off with 2 lands and a Bushwhack, or just even a forest and a Bushwhack and go look for a Plains on turn 1, and then we have our mana for like the next 3 turns. So that's why this deck works. And then Siege Veteran. Siege Veteran is like the worst version of Ornery Tumblewag, but he's still very good in this deck. I would replace that with Ornery Tumblewag if I could. I don't think I made any changes to the build. But anyways, let's go play some... I'm not going to play ranked. Am I? Like I said, this deck does not do well against red-white aggro. It does not do well against blue-white. Any tier 1 deck, this deck just shits the bed 8 games out of 10. Anything other than that, we may have a chance. This deck's worst matchup is probably Golgari midrange, because they just have so many kill spells. It's hard to get anything going with Golgari midrange. Looks like we're going to have to mulligan this. And again. I'll probably throw away the Brawler and the Strength of the Coalition. No creatures in hand. It's unfortunate. Since I have no... I gotta throw away the Brawler. It's gotta go in the bin. Yeah. That's probably the worst case scenario right there. Having to start off with 5 cards. We'll be alright. You can draw 1 more land. Might be in business. Gonna flash something in at the end of turn. No, he's gonna channel Bezeju. Destroy artifact or enchantment. Okay. Oh, he's actually giving me a land. That helps out a lot, actually. Search for a forest. I was land screwed, so I appreciate that. Hey, he's fight rigging. He's playing some type of ramp build. We're going to go ahead and pop a Trozani of 3 Whispers here. It's really loud in my ears. Alright, let's go ahead and storm the Seed Core. Put him on a 1-turn clock. How's that for 5 minutes? How's that for mulling to 5 on the draw? See here. We have enough to give him double strike. So let's go in for the attack. And we also have enough to Snakeskin Veil if we need to. We have also have enough for lethal if he doesn't block. So okay, he loses. Double strike, 16 damage. Coming at your face. What do we sideboard against this build? He doesn't want to block. I'm guessing I take the Elspeth Spite out? Minus those. Probably want to put in, like, in case there's things that... Probably the Reed, because I did see an enchantment. And then we'll put in, not on my watch, just in case he has something crazy that we can't deal with. Doesn't actually kill it, exiles it, so... Yep. Two Bushwhacks, a Brawler, a Toskaya's Welcome. Okay. I think we might actually be able to keep a Bushwhack to kill his mana. So we'll Bushwhack for on turn 1. Search for a Plains. See here, Plains, and we'll probably bring out a Botanical Brawler into Veteran on turn 3 and kill his mana. Or do we just want to kill his mana? I think we just want to kill his mana, especially since he played a tap land. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Let's see here. Let's play a Forest. I'll run out a Timberland guide. I'll bushwhack his mana. Let's fucking go, man. Holy shit, dude. Whew. Mulled to 5 and did that shit to him. Holy man, he must feel bad right now. He must feel bad right now. Whew. Brawler, Trostani, Snakeskin, 4 land, we keep that. I think we'll just keep the bushwhack. We don't really need it for land. Trostani can be a little mana intensive, but he can also bushwhack for 4. So I think we'll just hold on to the bushwhack for now. Might need it for a land later. Double strike as long as you've committed a crying this turn. I think we'll just kill it and play Trostani. And then just pray to God that Trostani survives. Is that the play there? Or do I run out the Brawler? Or I could run out... I could Elspeth Smite. I think I just... I don't know if he's got a pump spell or something. I think I just run out the Brawler for now. No. No, I'll end the turn. I'm just gonna kill that. When Rakish enters a battlefield, create a mercenary token. Whenever an outlaw you control dies, each opponent... Okay. I like that play there. We could run out the Botanical with Snakeskin Veil up too. I like that better actually. I like that better. Even though it sets us back a turn, it also sets us back a turn if he... Looks like he's going to try something on my Brawler here, so... No, maybe not. Fair enough. My turn? Awesome. Alright, so we'll run out Trostani here. And we'll pass the turn, or do we want to go to combat? I think we'll just pass the turn. We don't need to do 2 damage right now. I know he's got some sort of trick in his hand there. I know he wants to kill my Botan. I know he wants to do something funky. So we'll put a +1/+1 counter on it. It gains hexproof until end of turn. Hopefully he doesn't have another one of those in his hand. If he does, we're probably cooked. No, he doesn't. Okay. Oh, it looks like we can convoke out an Ancient Imperciary here, which has Ward 2 as well, so... Yeah, that's going to be actually the play here, bro. Wait, does he have... do you think he runs mass removal? I don't think he does. I don't think he does, but at the same time, if he does, we have no follow-up. And we already have enough, we have lethal on board already, so let's go in here and make this vigilant. Do we do that? And go to combat. Send them both. Actually, I could have made them both. Never mind, I'm not putting out Ancient Adversary right now. Deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Sure. I'm going to give it double strike, so it doesn't matter. He can't kill it. Unless he has a burn spell. I like that play there, because now if he does a board wipe, actually we don't have enough to play this anyways. We should just put it out there, dude. Sure. Okay, he's got 1 card left in hand. I got double Bushwhack. This is funny. What is his 1 card left in hand, I wonder? Let's see here. Does that have Death Touch? No. Yeah, we're just gonna run out the... Oh, I can't, actually. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Let's see here. It's 2/2s now. I think I'll save the Bushwhack. For we can get by the tokens. And we'll just pass the turn. Or will we? They're both tapped. Okay. I could have made them vigilant, but it's okay. I'm not going to be blocking with them anyways, I don't think. I'd rather hold up an Elspeth Smite. What's his last card, though? Like, seriously, dude. What is that last card in your hand? Sure. So we'll Bushwhack, win the game. Yep. Good. I don't really like Elspeth Smite against this build so much, to be honest with you. I'd rather have Not on My Watch. Especially with the vampires, they kind of get annoying. I'll keep 1 copy of Smite in there, and then I'll 1 copy of Not on My Watch. Ossification might be good, actually. So I'll take out Elspeth Smite. And we'll put in Ossification. He didn't see my enchantments, so he didn't sideboard in enchantment removal. So if we get enchantments, we'll probably have them solved. If he had enchantment removal, we're going to draw into some creatures, right? We're going to draw into some creatures, right? Bond Warden turn 1. Seems like the play. Thicket Bond Warden. Ozolith turn 2. Sure. Okay. Sure. Okay, we can run out of a Born Warden. A Bond Warden. Another Bond Warden here. And we'll swing for one. We're going to have to kill this Vladimir, I think, on this turn. Or do we want to just pump it and force his hand? Fuck it, I'm doing it, man. Pump it and force his hand, dude. Let's go. Good, 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 good. He didn't commit a crime. I love it. All right, now what we're gonna do? He's got 2 mana up. He could commit a crime here. I wonder if I should just storm the Seed Core. And that gets +1/+1. If he kills either Bond Warden, then the other Bond Warden gets... I think what we'll do is we'll Ozolith. Hold up, not on my watch. He's not going to be attacking anyways, is he? Storm the Seed Core. Storm the Seed Core. Pass the turn. Let's go, we beat Vampies. Tier 4? Tier 2. Sweet. I don't like standard right now, dude. It's just... every matchup just seems like you're just either totally overwhelming your opponent or you're getting absolutely obliterated. This is not a good starting hand. That's capable. Probably throw away a forest. Or I can actually... throw away a forest, yeah. Throw away a Bushwhack, maybe? No, throw away a forest. Yeah, throw away a forest. Throw away a forest, Andrew. Throw away a forest. How many times do I have to say it? And search for a forest? I'm gonna go Brawler into Salvager, seems good. Or I could also play Timberland Guide. Tell me you've never heard of Botanical Brawler before, my friend. Actually, to read the card. Surveil 3, okay. So he's going for some sort of blue something rather. I'm gonna go probably Timberland Guide on the next turn. What did he find? Okay. A Devoted Gatekeeper. I think I have enough to Bushwhack that down here. So we'll do this. We'll play Forest. Play Timberland Guide. Targeting itself. Play Bushwhack. Kill the Gatekeeper. That's tempo. And it looks like he missed a land drop. Am I reading that correctly? No, he didn't miss a land drop. Norn's Inquisitor. Okay. So, do I just continue to rank my brawler up here? Or do I start salvager? I think I have enough to start salvagering. Yeah, I have enough to start salvagering, so I'll salvager. Another creature entered the battlefield. I'm going to attack with everything. Putting him on a 1-turn clock now with Strength of the Coalition, so...
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Destroy all creatures. Okay. So I'll play Ozolith. That's kind of a good draw after a Judge. And then get double counters on Bond Warden. Didn't think he would have the Vanquish the Horde, actually. But it doesn't surprise me. Blue-white control is what he's playing, so we'll be aware of that from now on. And Jace.
The weak-minded will be educated in Phyrexia's ways.
Okay.
You can be made to obey.
Do I have enough to kill him? Kick that. Target creature gets +2/+2/+2 counters. I do not have enough to kill the Jace. Unfortunately.
What you're thinking won't work.
I think he's fine. I think he's fine. There goes half my library. And he's gonna get, certainly he's gonna give me -3/-3.
I will clear your mind.
He's going to kill himself. Okay, Bushwhack is good. Is Jace still alive, though? I should have just attacked him. We can put incubate 2 now. Blue-white control, eh? Gotta love standard at the moment, it's just ridiculous. Bring in the officers. I took out all my removal except for the ossifications. Took out the 6 cost creature that I have because I'm never playing that on time. And we're getting Sunfalled when I do play it, so that's the best hand I've seen in 20 hours. Do we win with it, though, is the question. I think we go Bushwhack for sure into Forest. And just go with what is good. Go with Beast Caller into Botanical Brawler. And just hope to get lucky. We have the Forest, luckily. Just drew a Bushwhack, which is actually insane. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to use my Brawler on it. I don't have to do it this turn, but I kind of do. I kind of have to kill it. I have to kill it because it can start doing weird things. Like blocking and blinking. Not taking any damage, so... You have no mana, bro. Just let it happen. Oh, he discarded. Oh, it's only discard a card to return it to the battlefield at the beginning of your next end step. Okay. Fine. And he's attacking with it now. That's actually quite a crazy draw. That's a nutty draw. That gets me out of block range for both creatures. I'm playing into the Sunfall here because I really have no other option at this point. He's missed a land drop too, so... I survive for one more turn. Without him drawing a Sunfall. Or having Sunfall up. That is crazy that I just keep drawing creatures. No sense holding it back. This is nutty if he doesn't draw a Sunfall. Absolutely insane. Sending it. He's gonna block Blink with the Spirit on the Brawler? That's such bad block, dude. That's such a bad block. He's dead. He just missed it. He doesn't get that it has trample. Idiot. I bet you he'll never do that again. I have to keep, because I have this, I have to keep that. I just have to draw shit. For once, can I just draw something? Thank you. Save the ossification for his unblinkable creatures. Do I trash the town here and draw 2 cards? No. Do I ossify a Norn's Inquisitor? That's kind of bad. But I'm gonna do it. Make him spend as much mana as I possibly can get him to spend on random shit. Of course he has a fleeting spirit, no surprise there. He's all tapped out. I'm probably gonna trash the town here. Good, he didn't block, so I can draw 2 cards. But I can't put 2 counters on it. Putting 2 counters on it would kind of be good, I guess. Because I do have Bond Warded into Storm the Seed Core. But I need to draw those 2 cards. I really need to draw those 2 cards. So. Yeah, I really needed to draw those 2 cards. Okay, we're going to play another Bond Warden. And hopefully we can just storm the Seed Core, I guess, on the next turn. Hopefully it taps out for something dumb. I haven't presented it yet, so... I could make him sacrifice a land to deal 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature, but it's not going to kill them, I don't think. He does have counterspell magic up, but it's probably to sack that. He hasn't played a single counterspell, so what I'm going to do here then is I'm going to give each 2 counters. That would make them both 2 3/4s. I need him to tap out. I can't have this happen. This is such an awkward board state for me to just storm the Seed Core. I can't do anything. I'm completely locked down right now. I have to do this. I have no other play. One of them's gonna die, for sure. But it's gonna give its counters to the other one, which is absolutely fine. If he counters it, it is what it is. He's gonna kill one, then he destroys his land. No, he's not gonna do that, okay. Now it's a 6-7. That was the play there. It's not a great play, but it's the play. It's the only play I have at the moment. Good, I got a Strength of the Coalition now. That's not bad. So what I can do here is I can ossify this. And that is actually not bad because I have another one in hand. Do I have a kicked Strength of the Coalition? No, I don't. I deal 8 and then put him on critical health. But I don't get to put a +1 counter on it. I'm gonna keep him on a 3-turn clock. I can actually win the game if I draw the right card on the next turn. Let's fucking go, dude. Fuck you, blue-white control. And your mother. Oh wow, they're letting me play first. We surely win this. Look at this starting hand. If I draw one... Oh, I have a bushwhack. Oh my god. How do they beat this starting hand on the draw? I just don't... what? I don't know how they beat the starting hand on the draw, man. The only thing that can mess this up is me. And I probably will. I'm going Brawler into Tumblewag into Brawler. Okay. Drew a 4th land. Not horrible. Another 1/1. Okay. I might just make my... Oh my god. It just keeps getting better. Honestly, I don't even need to play it. I'm just gonna go Brawler. Make a 4/4. Or do I... Yeah, Brawler. Brawler is just too hard to deal with, man. Brawler, Tumblewag is game. There's really nothing they could do other than spot removal or Day of Judgment to win this game. There's no creature they could play that I'm scared of. They're playing life gain by the looks of it, but my creatures are just going to be too big. Could go Ozolith Requisition Read too here, would be actually insane. I think that's what we'll do. Ozolith Requisition Read. It's pretty hard to beat. The Brawlers are gonna be huge. Turn 4, 2 7/7s with trample. Good game, sir. You do realize they have trample, right? Blocking 1 for 1 is not going to help you. Okay, I thought that was a removal spell. It got me a little worried there. That would have been good. It's not, though. There's no 4 mana Day of Judgment right now, I don't think. He could be no, that's not going to do it, brother. It's not going to do it, my friend. You're going to need spot removal. No. No, that's not going to do it. You lose. No, sir. I pray you are not reading Ozolith, dude. Oh, wait, does that have lifelink? Doesn't matter. $11, $20. You can block 7, 8, 9, 10. Anything have lifelink? No. I think the smites are going to be good here. I'm not going to draw anything quite that good very often, but that was literally the best thing I could possibly draw with this deck. That was overkill. Let's see here. Not sure that the ossifications are fast enough. Trading 1 for 1 is not... Well, it might be actually good. It might be good, actually. It might be good. Because if he plays a threat like a 7/7, I'm going to have to ossify it. He also has Vigilance, so he's going to be attacking with the flyers as well. I think we gotta bring the Not on My Watch in here. And take out the Ancient Impersonator. Well, there might be some standoffish stuff going, but we don't want to tap out for an Ancient Impersonator here. I'll just bring in the Not on My Watch. The Welcome's going to be too slow on the draw. We'll take that out. And we'll bring in Fierce. Great hand. No land. Got a mulligan. Looks like we're going to game 3. There's no way I can wiggle a land out of a And I think we just put the read on the bottom. I'm probably going to lose this game regardless if I had a good hand or not. So better to just take the risk here. I only need to draw 1 land, and it needs to be a green land, and we're off to the races. I was probably going to lose anyways. We always have game 3 to bounce back, so let's hope to draw a land right now. Right. Okay, we're going to game 3. Not much I could do there. I'm not going down to 5 with a game in hand. I'm taking the risk. If I didn't have a game in hand, I would have went down to 5, but we had the game in hand. So we'll go to game 3. I probably should have put back Tuscary's Welcome, but honestly, it's too slow. It's too slow. It's too slow against this deck. We need to be as fast as possible against this deck. We need to get as much value in her first 2 or 3 turns as humanly possible. So that'll do it. It's not a good hand, but it's not a terrible hand. It's not like it's two Bond Wardens. It's literally two Brawlers. So we'll play the Forest Sago. You saw what two Brawlers could do the last time. As long as we continue to put counters on them, they are very good. Where they start to suffer is when they get removed or when they stop getting counters put on them. This guy is drawing a Lunar Ascension like every 2 seconds. Duelist is interesting, but I'm still going with the Brawlers. The Brawlers is what this deck is made for, and we have no way to put counters on the Duelist. So the Duelist is just a straight up 2-2 with Vigilance. Not great at the moment. But later on, he might be relevant. Sure. Actually, now that I think, I could have let out with the Duelist to draw out some removal, but regardless, I think we still go Bond Warden here. No, Brawler into Bond Warden. And if he has another removal spell, so be it. Actually, hold that thought. Hold that thought. I can go Bond Warden into Duelist on the next turn. I think that's what we'll do. Get a little bit more value out of the Duelist and the Bond Warden and the Brawler all at the same time. That's the plan anyways. And it's going to work. He doesn't have another spot removal for the Brawler, so we're going to have a very big Brawler coming out of his face here on this next turn. We have all the land necessary for it as well, so we just drew a read as well. That's actually really good. So let's go ahead here and play out a Duelist. Play out a Bond Warden. Pump the Duelist. Draw a card. Pump the Brawler. And it's Tostani. Interesting. Attack with the Brawler, say go. Do we play into a Sunfall here is the question. Do you think he would side in Sunfall with his type of build? Sure. Okay. Oh my god. Play the Forest. I'm going for it, man, because we can just come back with Trostani if he Sunfalls. Trostani is a great post-Sunfall character, especially with what we're about to do to him here, so let's play the Bond Warden. Targeting Duelist. Draw a card, gain a counter. Fierce Retribution, nice. That gives us a little bit of outs if he plays something nasty. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead here and requisition Reed. Put a counter on all of my creatures. And Brawler's going to be huge. If they don't deal with this Brawler immediately, they're going to lose the game. Attack with everything. I don't see how they can win unless they have Sunfall. Smart block on the Duelist. At least they save 5 damage. And they're going to take 8. Go down to 9. And Sunfall or lose, buddy. Bravo. What a game. 2 great draws there. Is that going to get us up to tier 1? Yes, gold tier 1. Awesome. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. You saw the power of the Botanical Brawlers there. 2 mana, 2/2 uncommon is absolutely nutty. But unfortunately, like I said before, and I'll say it again, Ozolith just is not the card, man. It's not tier 1 because it's too slow. If it was 1 mana, or even if Ozolith could be activated as an instant, it's activated at sorcery speed. Even if it could be activated as an instant, I still don't know if it's standard tier 1 playable because of the 2 cost. You're literally wasting an entire turn on putting something out there that does absolutely nothing for that turn. But with that being said, I still have fun playing the deck, and I have tons of fun playing with Botanical Brawler. He's honestly one of my most favorite Magic the Gathering creatures of all time. This thing is just a fucking menace, dude. For 2/2, this thing becomes like an 8/8 or a 13/13 on turn 3 and turn 4. Like, it's just absolutely horrid what this thing can do to people. Alright, if you guys like this type of content, you want to see more of me posting videos of Magic the Gathering, and you want other people to see the channel who might not otherwise see it, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It only takes you 1 click, and it will make me happy, and you'll be rewarded in karma in the future. So I'll see you all in the next one. Gotta go brew up some more crazy standard decks. And with that, I'm getting out of here. Peace out.